Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling Gamecast, where we talk all things gaming, be it news, reviews, and honestly all things nerdy. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my co-host Ernest Gonzalez, and joined by a very special guest, the returning ChronoKatie. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. How is everyone else?
Everyone's doing good. Everyone's doing good.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
Awesome.
celebrated a birthday party last night.
We just woke up,
We just woke
actually.
up a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I've been up for a
House is
little bit
still
it's
a
too.
my
mess.
mom's birthday today.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at that!
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
yeah.
Mom. Yeah.
Yay.
It's our we have a third roommate, and yeah, it was his birth. He turned 31 last night, and he's a blossoming baby boy.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still
She's still
asleep.
growing.
Yeah, still I don't know
oh.
about that. I don't know about that, man. It seems
Got his
that
cakes and his little
He's gonna
presents.
hit that. He's
he
gonna
did
hit
have
that growth
cake.
spurt, man.
And a lot of alcohol. But we're good. We're here. We're strong. And talking about alcohol, we're gonna be talking about James Bond. Kind of a maybe that didn't go as smoothly as I
Shaken, not
wanted.
stirred.
There you
I
go.
got you.
Yeah. And they
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
say
yeah.
it. Spoiler
I
alert.
got you.
But we are going to be talking all things 007 First Light, the very first Bond game from IOI Interactive, the makers of primarily known as the Hitman series, at least within the most recent years. We've all beaten it. Ernest has gotten the plat. Kate, did you get the plat? What did you play it on?
I played it on the hardest one, the hardest difficulty that they had, I
First of
think.
all, that's crazy.
Oh, you're wild.
But I did
Yeah.
mean what console, or like, did you play it on PC or whatnot?
Oh, I thought. Oh my God.
No, you're good.
PS.
No, you got
Sorry,
the flex. You got the flex
PS5.
there. It's all good. You got to show it
Oh
off.
God. I'm
I
already.
did
Yeah.
not play it on hard.
I played it on the hardest difficulty.
It's totally good, man. I
Yeah.
respect it
Just.
because I died a lot on normal.
Uh,
So, so that's just how that goes. But regardless, we did all beat it. We have quite a few thoughts here. We're maybe not the most tenured Bond fans in terms of the films, but we definitely have some familiarity with it, and we'll get more into that. But Katie, give us some open thoughts and give us a score with 007 First Light.
yeah, I was incredibly impressed with it. I don't know. It's gunning right now with Resident Evil
Hell yeah,
9 for my game of the year,
damn right.
probably thus far. I don't like I'm trying to think of what else is coming out this year that could even beat it. And no, I'm not a GTA person, but I'm sure
Yeah,
for everyone
that's the
else
one
that
that
I'm sure that
is
everyone
I was
else
easy
gonna
to
that
say that's
will
find.
everyone's first thought. Yeah.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Like I'm sure that will eclipse it for everyone else, not for me. But
Fair. I'm saying
I love Red Dead, but I don't like GTA that much.
that's
But
fair.
uh, it's up there. Like it's probably maybe just slightly edging out Resident Evil. It could be the recency bias, but
That's fair.
I think if I had to score it right now, like a 9.2, something like that.
Okay.
I had any of my issues with it, and I always like I have a critical mind, so I used to always, or I always have like things I find with games that I'm like not as good as that, not as good, and I have issues with it. But I think the main thing is like they're very small.
Yeah.
They really don't detract much from the experience. So yeah, I'm pretty darn impressed with it so
Hell
far.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, not so far, but like yeah,
Right,
I
as you're
think
completing it for sure. I mean,
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
start. It's for sure
It,
gonna be the
it's
start of a
it's
new
probably at the
franchise.
top so far. Yeah.
Okay, Ernest, how about you?
I'm in a very similar boat for sure. It is definitely in the running for my game of the year. The other things that belong up there with it for me are going to be like Soros. I love Soros, and I haven't got to Resident Evil 9 yet
We're on Resident Evil
because
5 right now.
we're working our way through. Yeah, I
Okay.
played
Okay. Oh,
two.
you guys are going. Oh,
So
cool. Okay.
I'm
I'd
taking
never
him through
played
the
one on my
franchise. Yeah.
own. I'd never played one on my own, so I played the
Okay.
remake of 2, 3, 4. We're playing through 5 together. We're
And then
playing
we're
through
gonna do
6 together,
6.
and then I'm gonna do 7, 8, 9. So really
Oh
looking
God.
forward to it and hoping that I love it as much because I really like the beginning of the series.
Oh
But
God. I tried 6.
It's okay.
It's like
oh
one of the
yeah,
only ones. It's one of the only ones I haven't played. Oh
and
my
people tell me
God.
like, "Oh, you don't have to play all of them in order to enjoy the later ones." And I'm
It's
like, "No,
true.
I don't care. Like I want all of it before I get to
The
the
co-op
end."
will
So,
help, but yeah,
I will say,
so
like, you really don't have to play 6.
with
I'm like, yeah, 5, sure. No, 5, yeah, okay. 6, like, you really don't have to play 6. It is
but like
nothing like the other ones. Oh God.
100%.
but with like the momentum build up, there's a chance that when I play 9, it could propel it propel it up.
It's true. By comparison,
But,
yeah. Well, you're going to go from 6 to 7, which 7 is amazing. So you know what? Do that.
And
It'll make 7 better. Do it.
I've seen a lot of 7 played. So
yeah.
But yeah, as far as 007, I enjoyed it so much. I loved it so much. Like I've been a fan of Bond, just the idea of Bond for a long time, and to get him like in this sphere is like so cool, man. Like for video games to have its own Bond. Me and Chris talked about it on so many like prior episodes where, you know, people have their Bond that they think of. Like somebody says James Bond, and some people just picture Daniel Craig. Some people picture Pierce Brosnan. My parents picture Sean Connery and stuff like that. And we're introducing this into a whole new generation of people that like you're gonna say James Bond to them and they're gonna think the video game character, and that is a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful thing. And like this game really lived up to that for me, to where I think that it's not something that you just brush off. It is one to be reckoned with, because it's a really good Bond, and there's so much growth to be had here, and so much growth just in this game. From that first mission to the last mission and stuff like that, the trauma that he goes through and stuff, and like going along that journey with him, with all the cool gadgets, with all of the he is not like, you know, full-fledged like ladies man or anything like that yet either. Like there's hints of it and stuff. He just learned how he likes his martinis. Like
Why would you want to show
seeing like the young Bond, like so many times we get Bond and it is like he's already a super spy. He already has M as his boss. He's already like on missions and stuff like that. So to see it just kind of like blossom was awesome. And I that rhymed. And I loved, I wish I could do that all the time. And I enjoyed this so much. The gameplay, especially the storytelling. Life is storytelling, you know? And I really love the way that the story played out. There's a lot of twists and turns that I didn't see coming, and I appreciate that so much, because I'm one that's like, okay, this is going to lead to that. And for me to be wrong so often with this story, like I really appreciate. There's just a few minor things that like threw me off as well. But I can't even take a full point off for it, so I got to go like 9.5.
Okay, fair enough. I'm right up there with y'all. It's a very, very good game. I don't think I'm going to go lower than a 9 for it, because for the most part, I do love everything we have here. The gameplay, the story, performances are incredible. They really did put the work in with everything. And graphically, like that's not a thing that we normally shout out, but like whether you're in a cinematic or like just talking to a character model, everyone's detailed, and it's kind of insane. I never thought, like, when we heard IOI is going to make a Bond, like, I was like, oh, they're going to just put the Hitman formula in there. And they did, but they definitely did change it up a bit to give you that Bond feel of just like the free flow mission. You can go do things one way or another. And that's awesome. It worked so well. I do hope they continue to stick with IOI to do these in the future. But yeah, his name is Patrick Gibson, our new Bond. As we're waiting for a new live action one, and he did incredible.
Irish guy, which is crazy.
Irish guy.
They got an Irish guy to play a British guy. Happens all the time. That's showbiz.
Doctor Who's done it a few times, so okay.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I thought this was great. I also at almost every turn, I loved it. I want to give a huge shout out to Moneypenny. I loved her so much. She was great. And our villains here, I do think they're quite good. There's some stuff towards the end where I think some things kind of overstay their welcome.
Yes.
But even that, it's not like I ended the game like this just ruined my day. It's still quite good, and I still thought it was very much a good experience. And like whether you're going in, obviously the first thought you should be having is like stealth and espionage and all this other stuff. But if you do mess it up, I do appreciate like, oh dude, you're not done. You can reload your save, or you can go guns a-blazing if you absolutely have to. It may be difficult because you're not like built for that, but I do appreciate you being given the option for that. Don't judge me, Ernest. I know, bro. I try.
No. I was very dedicated to being stealthy.
I
Like
get you. I got
I
you.
love stealth gameplay, and there was one time in the market, you know, you're in the Pirate King level,
Right.
and
Lenny Kravitz.
and I messed something up. I got caught, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna reload the checkpoint," and they put me all the way back at the beginning. I had to
Yeah, the
like
checkpoints
pay
are kind of
all the
brutal in
money,
that game. Yeah.
all the money again, and stuff like that. So yeah, I messed myself up with that reloading. But
Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that. But regardless, even with those, like the because it's just little things. Like honestly, all of this, even like the narrative thing about how some of the stuff plays out at the ending, like and it all works together in such a way that honestly is too good to be true. Like it's very impressive, and I very much praise the team for this. It's very good. But let's get into the story. Let's talk about like where this game takes us as we have our young fledgling Bond who becomes 007 at the end. Katie, do you have any performances or anything that you wanted to highlight that really stuck out to you?
Well, I just want to say, like, first off, it's impressive that it's such a great origin story,
Yeah.
especially when we already have, I would argue, the greatest Bond film ever made is an origin story, Casino Royale.
Oh hell yeah!
Um,
I watched it right
and
after I
like,
beat this. Yeah.
so, and there were moments where, like, in the beginning, I was like, oh my god, they're trying to outdo Casino Royale. You can't do that, and I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like, oh no, this is gonna live in the shadow of it. It does not. It completely like it because Casino Royale is very much about like Bond kind of learning not to trust anyone.
yeah.
Basically, it like hardens him and like stuff like that. This is not really about that. It's more he kind of learns that, but like it's actually a little bit more like I feel like Bond isn't he's not as flawed this time around, and the
Mhm.
story's more kind of about how his unique perspective like what it brings to MI6,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
almost
and
like his
how like
rebelliousness and how it helps
yes,
him,
like
right?
yeah.
he's not painted as like that. I mean, he kind of is. Like he's sort of painted as like as more like impulsive and flawed and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it's definitely it celebrates what he is a little bit more and his
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna get into it. The best part of the entire game is I think Greenway,
He's
the
great.
relationship between him and
Incredible.
Greenway.
Yeah.
I think I think Greenway is like one of the best written characters I've seen in a story in a game in quite a while. At least this kind of game.
Hell yeah.
And overall, like I'm usually like pretty harsh on game stories. I feel like I don't know, like just most of them don't do it for me. I was very impressed by First Light's story.
Hell
Like
yeah.
it's kind of predictable like you know it's like okay when you meet Greenway you're kind of like okay this guy who like hates Bond thinks he's a hothead blah 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 he's probably
Right.
gonna warm up to him or maybe you know he's gonna like die right away or something
Mhm.
and it's like no the entire like yes it is it does kind of go in the direction you expect but the way it does it like he's the entire kind of heart of the story.
Yeah.
Like, are we getting into spoilers already?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely. Go for
okay,
it.
Yeah,
like
do it.
when Q drops the title, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
toward the end, and he's like he's the first light. You were the first light in his life in over a decade or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I was like getting teary eyed. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, this is
Yeah.
beautiful. And like I said, he's like, you got heart Bond, right? Like, it's more about like what Bond brings to MI6
Mhm.
and they kind of like I don't know they kind of almost like I feel like M is sort of like the more incompetent one in this game sort of there's
A little
like
bit.
there's this
Yeah.
weird like thing where
Because she's
they
just
like
starting out too.
yeah I think
Yeah.
they mentioned that like she's like a fill-in or something because they don't want someone worse or something
Mhm.
and like everyone's just kind of tolerating her or something it's like that was an interesting like idea like obviously everyone else is great like Money Penny I absolutely agree like probably my favorite version of Money Penny
She's so
like
good.
yeah honestly like yeah she is so great she's adorable too like her like oh my god I love like her little outfits like are so cute
Always stunning.
um and Q is great like oh my god the supporting characters in the beginning I kind of wish we got more of them
Yeah.
but like because
Yeah.
I forget what's his name, the best friend of Bond in the
Do you have it
beginning.
down,
Right.
Ernest?
It's Cressida, and
That's the
I
it
knew
woman.
Cressida.
is shucks.
Oh
I know it.
no,
I know
the
it.
guy who you just have the most brutal
You know
fight
who I'm
with.
talking about, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He
have
was
it in a
great.
second. I got
Okay.
you.
He was great. Like, and like I said, a lot of it was like, I kind of like knew like, okay, he's probably gonna die. Like yeah, he's probably gonna die. But the way they do it is like it happens when you don't expect it. I thought
Yeah.
like he's just like you're just like running to him, and he's in the middle of an altercation or something, and then the feed cuts. And then the next thing you know, Bond gets in the room and he's just dead on the ground. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, whoa, okay, that was
Oh
all right.
man, yeah.
I dug
It's
that.
Monroe.
Monroe.
Monroe, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lennox Monroe.
Good job, Ernest.
Great. Like, oh my god, I want to give like you guys more room to talk, but like,
No, you're good.
I do want
Oh,
to
do your
talk
thing.
about. I do want to talk about like, I think like in particular the opening hours of this game are
Uh-huh.
like maybe the strongest in my opinion. There's like that opening training montage.
They do it so well.
It's
Yes.
so
They do it so
brilliant.
well. Yeah.
Like you literally feel like you're in a film, and I'm like sometimes when people say that like it sounds like a knock against it,
Mhm.
like, oh, it's more of a movie than a game. But I'm like, no, it's like it's still a game, still feels completely like a game, but it also feels like you are right in the smack dab middle like of a feature film.
Yeah.
And it like does it better than like almost anything I've seen, like even Uncharted, right? like yeah, I was so impressed. I think the only thing with the story, like you said, I think it does overstay its welcome.
A little bit.
And to me, it goes like one mission too long. Like
Right.
it has like it goes like full Return of the King, where there's like 3 points where it could end.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when Greenway dies, you're like, this could easily be the wrap up, right?
Mhm.
Like oh, we stopped so and so's
Damien. Yeah.
Nick something, right? Or like what's his name? Nick?
Damien's the son. I don't know what the father's
Yeah.
name is.
Damien's the
Nick, I
son
think.
that you dropped the stuff on. Sir Nicholas Webb.
There you
Nicholas
go.
Webb.
You
Yeah.
got it. You got it.
Yeah. You kill Webb. You think you kill Webb's son, and it's like, okay, I could just see them like just going to Webb's office and arresting him, and that's the end, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like I'm like, okay, this could be the wrap up. And then there's another one when Bond teams up with Isola, and then like they kind of pull a Casino Royale thing where she's like double crossing him, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, this could easily be the ending.
You gotta have it, man. That's great.
And then there's another ending, like it's like, and I know the last chapter is obviously setting up. This is pure Bond, right? It's setting up
Right.
some sort of shadow organization or something. Someone in the probably Spectre, I'm sure, because you got to get them in there.
Mhm.
But to me, like it's kind of the game. Like usually you want your game and your story. You want your story to peak at the end. Like it should slowly ramp up, right?
Right.
And to me, I think the peak is probably around when like is probably the mission Time to Die. Like that is when like he goes to the resort, and
Right.
he meets
Yeah.
Teresa, and Greenway dies in the huge shootout. Like that to me is like this could easily be the finale. Like this is the peak of the game.
Mhm.
And then it never quite hits that peak again. So that's a
Mhm.
little bit of an issue, but I do think it really does overstay its welcome with that last MI6 mission. I'm like, and especially like Damien's randomly alive again, but it means like it ends up meaning like nothing, like it's just a boss fight and then it's over. It's like, okay, I don't know. Like to me, it's like it could have just been the boss fight. We didn't need that whole rummage through MI6 and blah blah. Because I was just like, okay, I'm good. Like people were worried the game would be too short. I'm like, no, it is like,
No, that's a
if
good
anything,
length.
just
Yeah.
a
A
tiny
little
bit
bit
too
long.
long. But that's a small issue. Like I was incredibly impressed by the story. Performances, nobody is bad. Like no, like yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Patrick Gibson, I think absolutely nailed it. Like I've seen some people say like he should just be the next live action Bond, and I'm like, well, I mean, like clearly they're gonna reboot like the series because of how No Time to Die ends, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, like that could work. Sure, I take that. They probably aren't, but like
no, they absolutely won't.
and I'll just say it's nice to I'm not a big fan of GoldenEye. I know everybody loves GoldenEye. Everybody loves GoldenEye, right? I think that game kind of sucks. Like
It's the
to me,
multiplayer more than anything.
yeah,
It's
and
like
I
nostalgic
get that for sure.
multiplayer.
I get
Nostalgia
that for
Yeah.
sure. But it's nice. It's so nice to I think we finally have our GoldenEye usurper, and it's like, okay, this
Right.
is now the Bond game. This is the
Absolutely.
one everyone will be talking about. Finally, we can shut up about GoldenEye. I'm kidding, but
Yeah.
you know,
Anybody that says that like this is not as good as GoldenEye, like
That's
is just
insane.
blinded,
they
completely
got the
blinded by
goggles, they got
nostalgia.
the
Yeah,
glasses on.
They
Yeah,
100%.
only
yeah,
play GoldenEye on like Game
yeah.
Pass, and it's like it's just like,
Yeah.
oh man, I love this shit.
There are
Nah,
There are Bond games before 007 First Light that are
Yeah.
better than GoldenEye. Oh god, the last Pierce Brosnan one. I can't remember what it's called.
Is it something with Earth, like the something with Earth in the title? I want to say.
I can't remember. It's literally his last performance as
Oh, okay.
Bond. It came
Okay.
after Die Another Day. I'm pretty sure.
And I'm pretty sure Craig
but-
got a couple of games, didn't he?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
mixing that up?
Bloodstone's not too bad, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
So there's definitely more than GoldenEye. It's just GoldenEye
yeah,
came at that
yeah,
right
yeah,
time early on, and
yeah.
we can leave that in the past. So
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah,
It's okay. Yeah, but no, now it's like, yes, our new the Bond game is here. Yay.
yeah, absolutely stuck the landing. But though you and me agree on a few things here, I know Ernest doesn't agree on some things that I had said. Ernest, what do you got for the story?
So for the story, I want to echo what Katie was saying here first, in that the beginning of it is awesome. Like to see him just go rogue right away as soon as he starts getting orders is fucking beautiful. Like it just really like cements his character and how it's going to be going forward.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So he's like not even working for MI6 yet. And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to y'all and do what I think is right. And it works out. I mean, it works out for the most part. Anyway, he did blow up like important stuff or whatever, but he saved.
But he saved lives, man.
And there you go. Yeah. But
and then we got an
like
intro.
You said, with
we got an intro. Go on.
Oh yeah. And with the training montage, like I loved it. And just the whole everything that you get in the little boot camp area, like with the relationships that you build, with Greenway going against you, but also with Cressida, and what did I say his name was?
Monroe.
Monroe.
And with Monroe, like all of that got me so hyped, especially going to the club scene in the next one, and all of that music, Jesus. But like as soon as you like stand up from the table, like the drop hits, and I was like blown away. But I went to Chris's room and told him, like, I'm so excited, like I'm so happy that we get to know all of the other double O's. Like it's so cool that
I had to keep a straight face,
grow together and stuff like that. Yeah, because he was ahead of me. And then the very next mission after that, all of them die and get paralyzed.
But I love that that's the reason he chose. I love that that's the reason he chose 007. That was such I thought that was great.
It's great.
And he was like, I was the 7th recruit. I'm just gonna stick to it. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's poetic for sure. And so I really appreciate the relationships that were built there, and then how the relationships that are left over blossom from there as well. Like you said, like M and Moneypenny for that matter, like both of them are new to their positions as well. Like M was just put there because she was what they said non-controversial pick to like be leading that section, and
it was an interesting detail that like they didn't need to put that in, but it made it more interesting.
That, like, people were like just waiting for her to kind of fail and stuff like that. Yeah. So like for them to like at the end to get where they were going and stuff, and for us to see this continue in the future is going to be awesome. But like getting there, like you said, Greenway is really like the heart and soul of this stuff, and that relationship that they built, because it was going to go one or two ways for me. Like either he was going to be the bad guy all along because he was, and that's why he was against you, or it was going to blossom into like what we got here. I didn't really expect him to just die right there or anything.
Oh no.
But damn, like that scene that you get with him where they're like staring out at that sunset, the scenery and stuff, and they're like both sitting there like off to the right of the screen, like that is if this game let you take screenshots, that 100%
I hate that it
was going
doesn't.
to be. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, we get down on games that go to a pause menu every time you go to take a screenshot. Every time that we
Don't
get
make
the
it
chance
pretty.
to, like, this is definitely one of those. Because it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. But
Yeah.
but yeah, the relationships that he builds throughout with like Isada and with Moneypenny and just pretty much anybody that he comes across with Q too. I love Q.
He's great.
I love Q so much. He's just so stylish and everything with it. Like, I love it. I love how uppity he is. It's
when he
beautiful.
jumps into the couch to get away while nobody's looking at him. I like
I feel like they did. I feel like they did a really good job of too. Like, I'm not a big fan of like the sillier gadgets in Bond. Like I think it gets a little too silly. Like in some of the earlier movies, but I like that. Like that was just background gags. I was like, oh, that's the perfect way to do it. Like you don't have the silly gadgets, but they're in the background, like doing their little funny things. Like, that was perfect.
It's the concept of them, and they have it made it past testing and stuff because they're a little goofy, and it's definitely appreciated because like the level design too. I was sure that Soros was a shoo-in for level design for the year, and then Bond came along. And now there's some competition because like every time that you go into Q's lab, you see it evolve. You see like some of those projects like move into their next phase of testing and stuff. And like, oh, dude, like I love that so much. Like not only the progression of the characters, but also the progression of MI6 as you continue like revisiting the same places. And but yeah, all in all, like I love where we get with Isola and
is she the one who
like
double crosses him?
Just being that her being like that deceptive, like deceptive lady that we usually see somewhere in a Bond film.
Femme fatale. Yeah.
Definitely. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Thank you so much. Although like she's shady from the start. But like you said, like this is pretty much like in Casino Royale where he's learning not to like trust people and stuff like that. Like there's definitely going to be more of a guard up when we get to our next video game with Bond and stuff like that. But where Chris was saying that I was going to disagree is like I like the part where Damien comes back. So where Damien comes back at the end and they're attacking MI6 and stuff like that. I
like the boss.
I liked it. Yeah. Well, liked it because he comes back and he's like a big old chunkers and like his armor and all that stuff.
He's got a cool design with the mask too. Like
and with that mask especially. Right. Yeah. It's more just like for show at the beginning and you knock it off of him real quick.
He needed to wear that mask like throughout most of it,
But I liked what we got there. And then I did like the boss fight itself, like where you're hacking the turrets and stuff. And then like every time you shoot, the turret shoots with you. And that just felt like powerful and I appreciated it. But it also gives us a moment at the end where, he's like, you're going to die alone and all this stuff. And he's like, not alone. And he grabs him and throws himself to the water with him. Before that, they had just had a conversation about how he was the best at holding his breath. And and I really thought he was just gonna like outlast them, but then you see him kind of like go lifeless.
They're down there a while.
Like jumps in there and
you could argue though that's why he survives. Damien's dead because he couldn't. But Bond's holding on just a little bit for Isola to resuscitate him.
Definitely for her to get down there, right? And then maybe
she had to second guess herself before she actually saved him.
Which is great.
I really saved this fool. Like and I mean, he just made things so much harder for her. Like destroying the first copy, the Hyperion copy or whatever, and then like making her go through all of this and being locked up and stuff like that too. But I appreciated that part too. The things that I like take points off for, there are a few like inconsistencies if you didn't go about a stage in a specific way. Like in that first stage where you're supposed to be in the parking lot and you make your way into the party and stuff. When you first run into Isola, I had no idea who she was, and they were acting like they knew each other already. like, oh, it's you again. Oh, fancy seeing you
Oh.
here and stuff. And I hadn't seen her anywhere in the stage or in the game before.
Okay.
So like, I guess the way that I went about it made it to where like, what the hell are they talking about? I was a little bit lost for a while.
Really? You can actually like
Yeah.
sequence break it?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, so
Seems like it.
so
Really?
I
Okay.
didn't know who she was.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't
before
happen to
that,
me, but
so.
yeah.
I
Okay.
think you're
Okay.
supposed to get into a specific like hotel room or something like that, and then
Because
she'll
she
be there.
disguises
like,
herself as like a
looking through it.
waitress or something, right? Doesn't she?
Yeah,
And
I think it's a maid, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, maid. Yeah.
And that like I had no idea, because then I see her down
Okay.
there just like picking the lock, and I was like, oh, who is this? And then they acted like they knew each other, and I was like, okay, I missed
Right.
something. Like I
Okay.
know Justin had the same experience
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
he was the one
Okay.
who
So
told us,
like
yeah.
both of us just went without seeing her at all. So it's just little things like that. Like I wish the game would have adjusted to know that I hadn't had interactions with her before.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
That's
Yeah.
and like very quickly you get to see like, oh, she's obviously not just a maid. She's like over here doing something, you know,
Yeah.
shady, sneaky, secret
Yeah.
agent type stuff. So I was able to catch on very easily, but it did have me at a point where I was confused for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the other part is just the driving. I don't think the driving's that great.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not even the car that you're driving itself too much, but like the other cars on the road, they kind of do the trick where like they're going like 2 miles per hour and you're going like 60. So it
Yeah,
feels like
uh-huh.
you're going faster. And like I've seen that stuff before. Get that out of here.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, no,
But those are really my only two things.
Not
Just
that much
those
of it,
little
though, thankfully.
inconsistencies, but
Yeah.
like the story overall and the overarching plot and the relationships
Yeah.
that are built, the character development, like I love all of it pretty much.
right. And I don't think any of us would be here giving it in the 9 range of a score if like the
If
story,
it was a
the
real
gameplay,
problem.
like everything wasn't firing
Right.
off on some kind of cylinder. Because yeah, even though towards the end I was just like, oh man, we're still here. Like I should be happy about still being here. Like I should be we're still going. But like you said, Katie, it did kind of like it's like this is too extreme of I just can't think of a better way to say it. It's like the balloons deflating after that scene.
No,
with
I think that's
Greenway.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's accurate. Yeah.
And I don't
It
think
was a
the
little
ending is
deflating.
bad. It's just like literally
Yeah.
it just overstays its welcome for me.
Mhm.
But it does give us some
And
things because you like Isola, you said we do get that whole character moment where like we wouldn't have that if we didn't have that, and I do think that's important, especially. I think we can assume we're going to get her back in a future iteration of the game, so that's going to be an important character moment. It does let us know she cares some level about this man.
Yeah.
But what were you going to
real
say?
quick, I just want to say it also gives us like one of my favorite moments too, like of the whole game. And as far as these relationships go and stuff, where M is telling Bond like, no, you just need to get out of there. Like Moneypenny is like an asset. She's not a friend. And he's like, that's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that is my friend,
Yeah.
and I have to go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I love what that says about his character and that relationship, you know.
And Greenway said, like, that's what we need. That's what MI6 needs.
He's like, don't let this
So
make
it's
you
like-
callous. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like M is kind of painted to be like somewhat antagonistic, like,
Yeah.
and I thought that
A
was
little
kind of
bit.
interesting. It's
Yeah.
usually not the case. Like,
very rigid.
yeah.
But yeah, I forgot about that moment because you're absolutely right, and this goes into what you were both saying. Because like you do get the human side of Bond with this game, and it's very much like it's very different because like it's the only thing I can refer to. Daniel Craig's Bond, like there is like a heart to it and everything like that, but not like this. Like it's not like showcasing Bond's a kind soul who actually did what he could to save these lives. Good guy. Not saying he's not, but here you understand the choice he makes at the very beginning. It's not egotistical. It's not like some form of grandstanding. It's just literally he sees all these people. He's gonna save them. Granted, he doesn't know the full importance of the thing he's destroying because he just learned about it. But at the same time, like that just makes the choice even easier. I'm going to save these people in front of me. And I love that he was rewarded for it. And like you were saying, Katie, he kind of continues to be like no one wants to, but it just keeps working out for him for the most part.
He's kind of, I don't know if you guys are Star Trek fans, but he's very Kirk.
Okay,
he's very
I can dig that. I can
like
dig that.
I don't
I'm very
accept
light
the
on
no
it,
win
but
scenario. You know, I'm gonna save everyone. I don't care. Like like it's interesting. Like first, like kind of goes the opposite direction of Casino Royale.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I think Casino Royale is more about like Bond is being hardened. He's actually learning to be more like separated and emotionally and stuff like this. And yeah, First Light is like, no, that's what we need. Like we need that like, you know, like, and I feel like the sequels are probably gonna like take him down a peg more, you know, like probably more like,
there's no way you get away with that every single time, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, yeah. Like I hope that's what they go into. I really do. Like, yes, Bond, this is a great attitude to have, but like, you can't save everyone. You know what I mean? Like that would be great.
Who's going to be the one? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not ready for it. I'm still too close.
They're going to give him like the trolley problem at some point.
Right.
Oh yeah. I would love to see that. It's interesting because I'm assuming we all think she's alive, but you don't see Moneypenny survive. You don't.
Oh, true.
Like, I don't. Right? You don't. Right?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like
I guess.
Like Q's just like, I'll take care of her. Don't worry. But that's it. She's never seen again. Yeah. Like I'm assuming, I'm like 99% sure she's alive, but it is weird that you didn't see it. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I didn't think about that. I really did. I did just assume she was gonna be there.
Yeah.
I do apologize if you hear a dog barking in the background.
I let him out of the room. I thought he was gonna go.
Oh, he was with you. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he wants to talk about Bond.
I have strong feelings about this game. That's exactly what he's saying.
The big Pierce Brosnan fan, and he's like, nah, not as good.
But like, so I had said this forever ago, going into like why Superman was such a big deal with a new Superman movie, about how kind of like the world's kind of like in a shitty place. Can you let him in your room?
Yeah,
thank you. Like the world's kind of in a shitty place, but like you have the movie Superman, who is just showcasing positivity, kindness, and stuff like that. And guess what? People are loving the hopium right now. We want some kind of light, and I think not nearly as much, because like Superman's like supposed to be the pinnacle of that. But we get some of that like trickling down to Bond here. And I do think that is why, like, it does make it different, and it makes it different in a way that it's just like, I accept this. I want this.
It somehow wasn't cheesy too. It was not cheesy. Like,
it's easy to make that cheesy. Yeah.
Absolutely could have been cheesy, but it wasn't. Yeah. I think it comes down to just how great Greenway's depiction was.
For sure.
Like that was, it was so perfect to have a jaded, like just so disillusioned and like, you know, like in the depths, like character, like it was that, like, I know the term is foil, right?
Right.
Perfect foil, just perfect. Every time those two are on screen together, it's magic. Like, yeah.
And because Bond is just like pushing those buttons the whole time.
The whole time. I love it when he's doing it, like having fun with it. It's great. It's very, very cat and mouse with that. But the scene where it happens, the scene where we do lose him, Greenway in particular, they like the cinematography there alone, like where you just see him kind of leaning, like there's a shadow like overcast on him, and as he just drifts into the darkness of it, and you just leave our Bond there in the light alone. It's beautiful. Like,
that's great. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so good. It reminded me of not used the same way because they don't die in the shot, but the Better Call Saul shot, where you have Kim and Jimmy like just all against the wall smoking the cigarettes in the parking garage.
Diagonal shadow.
Yeah, man. And I think they use it really well, and it's incredible. And again, let me screenshot games. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my god.
Yes,
that makes me want to go back. That makes me want to go back and see how the cinematic.
Oh yeah, because Jack Quaid like notoriously is taking screenshots of games these days. But we've talked about the story. We found a sequence break. Let's see about like some different things we did with the gameplay. Starting with the club. Katie, how did you get to the VIP area?
What did I do? Oh my gosh.
Because you could go like you could go either through the rafters to get up to the balcony to the VIP area, or you can go behind the bar and like up the employee entrance.
I'm fairly sure I went behind the bar. I always did what I thought would be more like, how's this gonna play out? You know what I mean? Like how's he gonna get behind the bar? You know, like, and I think I did that. Yeah. But that is so cool how there's just multiple ways to do everything. It does tie into one of my issues with the gameplay, but we can get to it when we
okay. Ernest, how did you get there?
I'm excited to see what part it is. For me, I went So I was on my way to going behind the bar
Uh-huh.
when I took a look at I took a look above the dance floor, and you can hold down your L1 and see like what you can like latch onto and stuff. Like
Mm.
what am I doing like to climb up to the balcony or whatever? And there was only one person guarding behind the stage. So I like walked to the other side of the stage and there's nobody guarding it. I was like, oh, this is like the path of least resistance right here. So I just snuck behind the stage, climbed up there. And then there happened to be a collectible there as well. So
There you go. There you go.
but I
There you
love
go.
you jump from like the rafters like onto the balcony and there's two girls there like having a conversation and they're like, what the hell? And he just goes, ladies, and like keeps on walking.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Gotta be Bond about it,
perfect.
man.
Yeah.
So for me, like there was that spot where like they have the list of people who are allowed in the VIP room, and I got back there and I took the stamped my hand, and I just walked up the
Oh,
stairs.
that's what I did. Yes, that's
There
what I
you
did.
go.
Yeah,
There
I
you
remember
go.
the stamps. Yeah. Yes.
And it's just
Beautiful.
like, man, this is great. This is really simple. You just don't have to
Easy.
climb anything. It's great. But that just goes to
That
show you,
seems like the
there's so
path of
much.
least resistance now.
100%.
You mentioned it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had to dose the guy with the chemical stuff so he would walk away from the stamp. And I was like, what is
Shout
that?
out to the
Oh,
dart phone, dude. I
yeah.
mean the dart
It's
thing,
goaded.
like
It's goaded.
it carried me through this game.
Same.
Oh,
Honestly.
okay. See, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I never used it.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
it's
never
so
used
That's
it.
good.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh man.
So many
and
people threw up on my behalf. Yeah.
my whole thing was I tried to use the things that I thought were the most Bond-like, right?
Okay.
So
Mhm.
I had the laser watch. I always
course.
had that.
Absolutely. Laser watch.
I had like smoke bombs because that seemed kind of Bond-like, to
That's
get
fair.
away and like a puff of smoke. And I used the other one was what are the other ones? I'm trying to remember the third one that I
So
was
the
always
Is
using.
it the flash? There's a flash one.
I didn't use
Like a
that.
flash grenade. I
The
didn't
cam-
use that at all either.
the camera, which like pushes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I didn't use that because
Yeah,
I
like
was like,
shock
I
it was
used that
weird.
once.
I was like, why would he have a camera? So
Yeah.
I was always trying to like stay in that Bond mindset where
That's
I'm
fair.
like, he has a watch. Okay, I'll use that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the
love that
camera, I
laser
literally
watch.
got like caught the one time I used it, and I was like, of course I got caught. This thing's so loud.
Oh yeah.
It's like, so yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to use this anymore.
Mhm.
But you were talking about how all of this is kind of leading to one of your issues with the game. What was it, Katie?
Yeah, so I love that there are so many different options to do things. Like
Yeah.
I really do. I wish that I don't even know necessarily how they would do it, but I do kind of wish that each one was a little bit more complicated, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
That's fair.
Like it like a lot of times like one solution was like so simple that in doing another solution I would accidentally like stumble upon another solution, you know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I think when I was looking for the stamps, I think I just accidentally went the right way to get in there anyway,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
like I think, or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay, like I was trying to find the stamps but I guess I'm in now. And the other thing is like it's the gadgets for me. Like I love the idea of them. I love that you have to pick your loadout. I think that's awesome. That's very Bondish, but a lot of times the gadgets were, I think, overpowered for situations like that.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of moments in the game where it's like, how are you going to get past this guard? And
Right.
just blind
Make him sick
and walk
or
right
make him
past
blind.
him.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
just,
Yeah.
I'm like thinking in my head, like, it can't be that. I can't just do this, can I? And then you just use your laser watch. Psh, oh, my eyes. And you walk right past him. And I'm like,
Yep.
and that happened a few too many times for my liking
That's fair.
personally. I was
That's
like,
fair.
oh, I wanted to do something a little bit more Bond-esque, like, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's like almost like literally my only problem with the gameplay. Maybe like one other thing, but that was the big one. Yeah.
That's fair, because like literally, and I guess I'm gonna like go from that to kind of like an NPC problem. Where like there's a guard who will not let me past. I
Yeah.
made him sick. I get past him. We're doing things, and then I'm like, he's back in his position, not being sick anymore, and I'm like, I don't see another way. I'm just gonna see if he'll let me walk past him after
And
he told me, and he let me go. Yeah, he
and
just
he
didn't say a
does.
word. Yeah,
He's
I was
not like,
Yeah.
how did you get in there?
right, like I just told you this.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the bluff is a bit overpowered as well. The
That's fair.
bluff
Yeah.
ability or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
because
Amazing idea,
it didn't
though,
happen
like-
to
For
me.
sure.
it didn't
Yeah.
happen to me, but like I saw instances like clips online and stuff of people just like taking out like whole rooms of
Yeah.
people and like bodies laying all over the floor. And then
Yeah.
like the last guard walks in, like, what's going on here? And you're like, oh, I'm just here to change out the batteries on the thing. And he's like, okay,
Yeah.
The
get out of
pile of
here.
corpses.
Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
Yeah.
like, yeah, just a bunch of dead people behind
and I
you.
think all of that, like everything we're saying here, like, because it's all good stuff. It's just the
Yeah.
Yes.
implementation of it. There could be some tweaks here, and I think that comes with like your first game with this. Like, this is our first
Yes.
Hitman-esque
Yes.
Bond game, and like they did a great job with what they had. There's definitely room for improvement. They did
Yes.
so good with this. With
Mhm.
the areas they can improve, which like it's honestly so minimal that they really even have to try. But yeah, like NPCs, some of the gadgets tweaking here and there, and of course, I think if we want a sequel, we're gonna want more gadgets. We don't want the same gadgets every time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Right.
there's such a
Get to
history.
work in Q. Get to
Right.
work in
Yeah.
Come
all
on,
Yeah.
that.
Q. Come
Yeah.
on, Q. Let me use the couch, bro. Let me see what's going on in there.
Less less for me too. I love the inclusion of it and keep
Uh,
it, but less objects you can throw at people.
okay.
I like make it, I don't know, for me make it just a little bit more like special,
Okay.
oh, they're, oh, I noticed that object, but
Right.
they're all over the place. Like there is a boss fight against these twins in the beginning
Oh,
of
Yeah.
yeah.
toward the beginning of the
Yeah.
game, and you can literally get through that entire boss fight by just running through the wall and just mashing the throw
Every
button
wine bottle.
I did
for
not
those
Every
do
wine
wine
bottles.
bottle.
that.
Just
And I
bow,
know
bow,
some
bow.
people
I did
love
that
that
too.
in games. Some people love finding exploits and silly
Uh-huh.
things. I don't. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't like breaking things. I don't like when things are easily broken,
Right.
right? And so yeah, a little too overpowered for my liking. And that's it. That's, like I said, the two things I had issues with.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. And
It
that's
like
really
breaks
all.
the immersion a little bit for you. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
it's
saying?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well,
I
if I
get
want
that.
to feel like Bond, like you don't see in an action sequence, Bond is just and this
Yeah.
bottle and this bottle and this bottle and we're done. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Um, so I think that would just get solved by just having less objects in every room to
Yeah.
throw at people.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's an awesome mechanic. Just make it a little bit more special, I guess. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Like I
Don't
totally
be too generous with it. Yeah.
because I love when you throw the gun. Like you're out of bullets and you get the option to throw the gun. I'm like, yeah,
Which is awesome.
everybody
Amazing.
should
Yeah.
honestly have that. Let me get this out of
Yes.
my inventory in the best way possible.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But I totally
Yes.
get what you're saying. I didn't know you can spam that with all the wine bottles in there, and I died.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
lost that fight a couple of times. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. But you bring that up. I do want to shout out because we talk about the gadgets, we talk about the stealth and getting around. I think the hand-to-hand combat's really, really good here.
Yes. Yes.
I
Absolutely.
think like you feel it, and I think that might be like a haptic thing with the like the PS5 controller.
Mhm.
But like it just feels so you feel every punch. It's brutal. Some of these people, I was like,
Yes.
bro, I just tried to sneak up on you and knock you out. I'm so sorry.
The environmental context
Exactly.
things
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like how he'll just slam them into like whatever he's near, like a fire
Right.
extinguisher, and it goes up. So awesome.
Incredible.
So awesome.
It's
You
incredible
just, it's
stuff.
so Bond. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They
And like
thought of everything. Like
they
they
did.
like you can tell these people love Bond. Like you
Yeah.
can just tell.
I didn't even
yeah.
think about that.
There
Absolutely.
was like a
The
passion
bluff
behind this.
mechanic is so Bond. Like
Yeah.
that, it's a labor of love. I know that's
sure.
a term that gets like overused a lot, but it really is.
But like
Yeah.
you don't like even today, there's not enough. At least in the AAA gaming space. Like because we
Yeah.
it's
Oh
just-
yeah.
like, but you're absolutely right. We do see that here, and
Yeah.
I love it. It's just because when people love what they're working on, the people who love whatever it is, we're gonna love it more. We're gonna feel that like
Yes.
you're talking about, and it's gonna just reciprocate.
It felt like on the level of like the Arkham games. You know what
Right.
I mean? Where it's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, these people love Batman. Like it is
Absolutely.
clear these people love, like, yeah, it was like that.
Absolutely, yeah, dude. Oh man, because like I said, I'm not the biggest Bond guy, but
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
beat this game, it did the thing that it should, and it made me want to go rewatch Bonds. Granted, I went to
Yeah,
a
oh, yeah,
familiar place.
yeah.
I rewatched
Right.
Casino Royale,
Yeah.
because it's like the best one. But it's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Skyfall's great too. I would love to see
It's
a
mad.
Skyfall version of this game because I feel like that would be the area you're talking about, Katie,
Yeah.
where you're really getting Bond into the nitty gritty of some stuff there.
Mhm.
But this made me like because no hate if you're an Indiana Jones fan. It's just when that game came out, I was like, I'm not a big Indiana Jones guy. It's not really my thing. But Bond came out, and I was just like, when you look at these IP games, which in the past we all grew up like in the Blockbuster era and stuff like that. Some of these games are known to just be like terrible, like when it's from an
Yeah. Oh
IP
yeah.
or something.
Movie
Phoned
games
in. Yeah.
were notoriously bad. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
But we're done with that because I know the Indiana Jones game was quite good. And
I
then this
I
as
actually
well.
played it right before First Light.
Oh, really?
Oh
Okay.
And
wow.
before that, I played Alien
I
Isolation.
knew that.
So
That's right.
it was 3 movie-based games
There you
in a
go.
row. And for many people, arguably like 3 of the best
I would
movie-based
hell
games in
yeah.
a row. So it was an interesting month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that even just giving that a shout out, that just goes to even show further. Granted, Alien Isolation's obviously been out for a while. But
Yeah.
like
We're
we're
getting
kind of done
twos.
with that. And two's on its way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like we're kind of done with that. We're at the point where like you can do something interesting in this this like known IP space and
Yeah.
reinvigorate interest, whether it be Indiana Jones, Alien, or James Bond. And like they're just let the teams do their thing, man. Just let them
Yeah.
do what they're
Yeah.
doing. And like if they love it, for the most part, we're probably gonna love it. And yeah, I think that we're in good hands with this.
That brings an interesting question then, because
Go
like
for it.
now that like studios are actually taking like time to put effort into these movie-based things, like is there like a dream one you guys would like to see next? Like what movie license or TV show or something would you like to see, like that's the game of that, you know what I mean? Like
Um, I had a thought like as we were talking at the beginning of this
Uh-huh.
episode. Actually, I would like to see Highlander adapted into a movie,
Really?
into a
oh,
video
okay.
game.
Dude,
Okay.
I
I didn't
think it would
expect
work really
that.
I
well.
Okay.
didn't
Just
either.
like because Sean Connery is what got me thinking about it.
Okay.
Um,
Cutting people's heads off.
I yeah, and
Okay,
like
okay.
and then I was trying to work out in my head like, but if you can only kill a Highlander by cutting their heads off, then like how, and the NPCs, if they beat you, would have to come then cut off your head, which would be
Yeah,
awesome
yeah.
each time that you die.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, a Highlander like in the modern world and stuff like that with
That'd be
just like
cool.
other ones out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
There can only be
Definitely.
one, like yeah, I think it'd be pretty
And
cool.
we're getting that new movie, so there you go.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're getting
that's
a new
true.
team. I forgot
Timing.
about that. Yeah. Okay.
So right,
There you go.
Ernest. So my first thought when you said that, and I hate that because I was just like, give me a game from Arcane that I'd actually want to play.
It's
Because I don't
already
want to play League of
no, because
Legends.
he doesn't want to play
Right.
anymore.
But
You can
in
play
terms of
2XKO.
we
There you
did try
go.
that. But in terms of like a movie, like an IP, it's just the first thing that comes to mind. Like now that we're talking about James Bond doing this, I don't know what studio could do it, but if you went as hard as IOI did with Bond into a Mission Impossible game, I think
Okay,
that'd be
okay.
incredible. I don't want
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
look like really anything like James Bond for sure, because you're supposed to be like out there, like doing
It's
things a
not
bit
stealth.
differently.
I've
Putting
never
on
seen
like
a single Mission Impossible movie, so it's
Really?
masks.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's not like stealth based. It's more like
So there's some
action.
stuff that because they got to get from one point to another, but
Yeah.
there's always the crazy action part that's gonna come. Like you're like
Okay.
literally Ethan Hunt's the main character. Like you're gonna be like standing on a jet at some point.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
Yeah,
doing
makes sense. Right.
his own stunts. So it's just how
Okay.
it goes.
Yeah.
But I just think because like with the Bond, the way it is, like we could see a resurgence of like literally action IP and just doing things in a
Mhm.
different way. Because like and it's a thing with movies too, where like when you hear action movies, some people are like, oh, it's gonna be stupid, oh, it's gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
We're getting a John Wick game, which is
Yeah, yeah,
coming down
yeah.
the line. Like obviously we don't know what that looks like, but if you put the heart into it, if you make it different enough from like they're not all going to look the same, which happens automatically when it's not the same studio. I think there's plenty of room to just like have
Yeah.
an action game renaissance, if you will. But Katie, do you have an answer? Do you have one you want?
It's the first thing that came to mind, but oh my god, I would kill for and Dino Crisis, I guess, is like this. I haven't
Okay.
played it, but you
Okay.
probably know where I'm going. I would love like a survival Jurassic Park game.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh my god, where you just have to like you
You have to
manage
find
your
a way to
resources
live
in like
in
a
the
Resident
park or
Evil style
something.
and survive against like,
Yeah.
oh man, that would be so awesome. Like going through like the remnants of like the park or something, because I
Yeah.
love dinosaurs. So
Hey,
yeah,
they are not
something
utilized
something
in a
like that.
scary way enough. So
Yes,
I
yes.
completely think that would be awesome. There
Right.
was I don't know which of these showcases last week showcased a game called I think it's called The Lost World. I don't actually know if it's related to Jurassic Park, but you're at a
Okay.
place with all these dinosaurs and you're trying to survive. It's
Okay.
coming out in
Okay.
2027.
The
Go check it
Annapurna
out.
one.
Yeah, because like it's look
I'm gonna keep
horrifying.
my eye on that because
Yeah,
that's like one of my like. Yeah, I gotta
Uh,
play Dino Crisis. Like because
I
I hear
also
the,
I've
need
heard
to.
that's what it is. And I love Resident Evil so much. So I'm
it's
like,
Hell
just
yeah.
like something where I have to like, conserve my ammo to fight off raptors or something like that. Oh man,
Right,
that'd be
right,
so
right, right.
awesome.
What were you gonna
Like,
the
say?
Lost Wild.
Oh, it's Lost
okay,
Wild.
okay.
My bad. My
Yeah.
bad. Okay, that makes
No,
sense
you were
because
so
Lost
close.
World would
I'm proud of you.
literally be
Yeah,
Jurassic
yeah.
Park. So yeah, then
Right,
it's not
right.
going to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's a little that might be a copyright
Well,
thing, but the
that's why I
Lost
was like, I'm not
Wild
sure.
though.
I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
related, but yeah. But literally, I agree. Dinosaurs are so easy to make scary.
I
Like
know, I
they
know.
just are. But like the movies have kind of veered away from like they're not that scary really.
Yeah.
And it's just like okay, give me a
Yeah.
game, put me in there, and just terrify me. And yeah, I think
And
that'd be awesome.
just imagine going through like the park too, like just being able to explore, you know what I
That'd
mean,
be so
like
cool.
see
Yeah,
like the broken down rides and stuff. It'd be so awesome. it,
hell
it
yeah,
writes itself, like the setting's already there, like it's somebody do it. Somebody
absolutely.
get on
We're
it.
begging you. We're begging you.
Yeah, Capcom,
Um,
get on it.
Capcom's just making gold right now. Are
Oh
you
my
getting
god,
Onimusha?
Capcom.
just yeah.
Are you gonna get
What's it,
Onimusha,
what'd you
Katie?
say?
Onimusha?
I so like I was playing so many Capcom IPs and I'm just like I
Uh-huh.
love everything they put out. So I'm like I'm gonna try some of their older stuff and I'll probably love it. And I only have played the first one.
Oh, okay, you beat me.
Um
So I was like, I've
and
never touched
I
an
didn't
Onimusha.
play any of
okay,
them, but I
well
think I'm gonna play
the
the
first
new
one
one.
is from what I'm told is the one that's most like Resident Evil,
Okay,
It's like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a survival like samurai kind of like
Right.
thing. And then it kind of drops that more Metroidvania level design and backtracking stuff like later on, I think.
Hmm.
So I'm not as interested, but
Okay.
I'm still gonna try the new one just because I trust Capcom with everything
Yeah,
right
and that's
now.
honestly where
Yeah,
I'm at. I was just like,
yeah.
oh, you know what? Because like
They are just killing
they're
it.
killing it.
Just killing it.
They're killing it. Pragmata, RE9, of course. Like
Yes, yes.
it's not a surprise at all that RE9 was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm so ready for whatever they got for me. And then of
Yeah.
course, I would love Dino Crisis to come back because I never played this. I never touched them.
No, me neither. Yeah.
Do it. Just do it,
Yeah.
Capcom.
Yeah.
We're backing you. But
Mhm.
I do think let's do a little round table here. Go around, give our final thoughts on 007 James Bond before we get ourselves out of here. Katie, what do you got for your last bit?
Just I think it's sold well. I'm pretty sure it's sold
Yeah.
well. So I'm hoping we get a sequel. I will say I have never played a Hitman game, so
Okay.
I was interested to hear how similar this was to the Hitman games.
Yeah.
They've made like a million of them from what I saw, so like hopefully they're just gonna stick with Bond for a little bit.
I hope so. That'd be great.
I want to see a sequel. I know it's like a little reductive to say, but I'd love to see Spectre get in there, like like some of the familiar things.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to see where they go.
Okay.
I think it's like you said, this is one of those cases where it's like, oh my god, the sequel, everything is there, everything is there. One thing I wanted to mention too was I feel like this does something that like the first thing that pops into my head is Uncharted, that I think does super well. First Light, maybe even more, is you're constantly doing new things.
Yeah.
Like oh, now in this mission you can tilt a plane, and now in
Right.
this mission
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
silencer. Now in
Yep.
this mission you have a silencer, and it's or now in this mission there's a little sniping section where you have
Right.
to like Greenway can't move the giant garbage truck or whatever, so you gotta take out these snipers and stuff. It's constantly refreshing and throwing
Mhm.
like new things at you and catching you off guard. And I love games that do that. And I think this does it so well. Like up to the final boss. The final boss is not like a fist fight. It's you have to like hide from the boss and activate turrets. Like it's
That's
like,
right.
okay, that
I forgot
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
I didn't do that the rest of the game. Like, sure. I love it. I just think that deserves a special mention that it does
Absolutely.
that super well. And
It
I
keeps it fresh.
keep on it, IOI. Great work. Great
Great
work.
work.
Yeah.
Ernest,
Yeah.
what about you?
Man, me being, I'm glad you brought up Hitman because I am a big Hitman fan.
Okay.
The first trilogy at least. Like the because I'm sure they what do they have, the World of Assassins or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the one that's ongoing
Um,
right now. It's not live service,
right,
but like
right.
they're constantly updating it.
But they keep adding to it
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah. But those first three, like that's one of my like favorite stories ever. And you can like, as you're going through that, you can see like remnants of like other super spy type stuff, you know.
Mm.
And the freedom of choice is the big thing that they brought to the Bond series, or what I hope is going to be a series. Just like you said, like I really want more of this. I want
Yeah.
more of this. I want
With
them
the
to like
studio,
focus in and
everything.
just keep going with Bond, because like what you've set up, like what you've like built the foundation for here can like grow into be a beautiful, beautiful series.
Yeah.
And with them ending that initial Hitman trilogy the way that they did, I can only hope that like we get something awesome like as we keep going with the James Bond games. I almost keep saying films, man, because I'm so used to them just being films. Like, you know, there have
it
been video
feels like
games
it
in the
is
past.
one. It feels like it's one of the
It does.
movies. So I don't blame you.
100%.
It's just like,
but what we get here, it makes me like super hopeful for the future, but I'm also like very satisfied with what I have right now. Like, I love this game. It's 100% like up for game of the year for me so far. I know we have like a super busy fall. We're gonna have to play a lot of games there to like really get in all the nominees and stuff like that. September looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for what's to come here. The like quote unquote downfalls don't make it fall very much for me. Like this is damn near.
We're all saying it's amazing.
So.
We're all saying it's an amazing game.
Yeah. I'm super high on it. Super high on it. I love it so much.
Hell yeah. I'm right there with y'all. I do want to shout out because we've brought up Greenway so many times. It is Lenny James, is the actor who's playing him. I mainly know him as I think he's called Morgan in not Red Dead. What the hell? Walking Dead.
yeah. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Right.
He kicks ass with a staff and stuff.
Amazing performance.
Just surviving out there, man. Surviving out there. But yeah, every performance here is great. If we do get another game, I for sure want these returning performers in their roles. And yeah, dude,
the ones that survived anyway.
Right. You can get flashbacks, dude. You can get flashbacks.
Yeah, true.
Or like the whole like character mental break where he's seeing things and stuff like that. Monroe's like in his dreams or something. There's so many different things you can hear about that. But yeah, for sure. And then of course, and like you were talking about bringing Spectre in, I do want to see. Because I really thought towards the end of this, we're going to get more, like, they allude to a shadow organization. I thought we were going to get a little bit more in terms of, like, you've heard of these in some movie or another, or something like that. And it's okay.
Or sequel bait,
Right. I know it's something that people can complain about, and there is a way to overdo it. But that's why you put it in the after credits. Give me sequel bait. Give me sequel bait. I absolutely want the sequel bait. Because we all want more of this. Because this game is great. They are adding DLCs and stuff like that. The first DLC being like you're able to take what's the car? Like the special car.
The Aston Martin.
I forget what it's called. Yeah, it's the Aston Martin. They have like a special name.
They
for
do.
It, but I forget.
It's like something like I wanted like the Valkyrie.
Oh, do they really?
Like that. Yeah.
Valkyrie.
Is it Valkyrie?
That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, because it's just like a really souped up, has all the guns, has all the things.
Oh yeah.
You're able to actually take that out of that stage now.
That's another segment where it's like, okay, now I'm in a car.
And you don't do that at all before.
Yeah, like
doing donuts, taking people out.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's like your Super Saiyan moment of just like, that's awesome. But they're gonna keep adding stuff to this, and that's really cool. But we'll see where it goes. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is such a good start to a franchise. I do think. Like it's not my game of the year, but I do think it's in the conversation for sure, and I do think we're going to see it a lot more in awards season because there's just so much here, and I do think for the performances alone, we're gonna see more of that. But that does wrap us up here talking about 007 First Light. We're big fans. We all had some nitpicks, but overall, we definitely recommend it. Go play it. Go support IOI and their venture with this IP. But before we get out of here, Katie, where can the people find you?
You can find me at ChronoKatie, one word, at pretty much that's where I'm at on everything. Instagram, Twitter,
makes it easy.
YouTube, what have you. Yeah.
And then for us, our future content, I actually don't know what we're doing next week, but we're going to figure it out as we're coming off a showcase week and all of our reaction videos. Ernest, where can the people find us?
So if you'd like to stay up to date with the show, you can find us out here on all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at lifeisstorytelling at gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback, and we fucking love you.
We love you so much. Katie, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Everyone, go
you.
play Bond and have a great weekend.